So the tray that you just seen is approximately 2 feet long, 1 foot wide, and about 4 inches tall. And what I'm using it for is to put 10 pots in, flower pots. When I start my seeds in the spring, I would like to be able to carry them out into the sun during the daytime, but bring them back in the evening when it gets cooler. So before I started this, I was thinking that each pot was about 4.5 inches around, like this. So if I want to do it by 5 pots, then I would need to make it about 23 inches on the inside and approximately 10 inches wide on the inside. So we're looking at 2 feet, which is 24 inches, and if you go backwards like that, then this has to be about a foot. I'm also kind of like to cut out a hole on the end of each side for handles. Near the bottom, I'm going to put, if this is the bottom of the box right here, we'll be putting boards across like this. And if everything goes well, I would like to stencil, if I can grab it here, I like to stencil our A&J PEI treasures onto the front. So I'll cut this out with my X-Acto knife, and I'll use some spray paint and spray it on. And for the handle, I think if I put this at the bottom of my board, so this will be at the side, that will give me, this will be at the side, and I'll cut out a hole that big, and that should give me more than enough room to lift up either side. So the first step after half figuring out what I want to do is to look for some boards. And I have some boards over here next to the door that I think will work good. These boards here are approximately 4 inches wide, about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch thick, and they're about 4 feet long. So my first step will be to cut 2 12-inch sections. That'll be for the ends, and 2 24-inch lengths, and that will be for the sides. So, and then after that, of course, it's just a matter of doing the bottoms, cutting out a thing for the handle, stenciling on our name. And I don't know, and I don't think I'll do any sanding on this, just for the fact is I'm just going to be using them to carry flower pots in and out of the house. So I'll get back to you when I'm ready to cut. Before I measured and cut them, I just mentioned that these actually boards that I just showed you, they came from a pallet. They're heat treated, and so they should be perfectly good for what I want to use them for. So that's why you'll see some nail holes or screw holes on the board. So this board I'm going to cut 2 12-foot lengths. This board I'll cut ideally 2 24-inch lengths. So there's the basic design of the box. The 2-foot strips by 1-foot strip, and it's obviously not put together yet. Now, if I take my handle piece, what I'm going to do is I'll figure out where middle is on the ends, and we'll trace out this pattern I got, and then we can cut out this hole, and that will give me a handle for either side. So I'm going to do that now before I put the bottoms on. I might go upwards or I might go downwards. So I'll take a look when I get ready here to see what way I want my pattern. But I want the hole fairly close to the top, so that way you're not reaching down too far with your fingers. So when I get that done, I'll mark it out, and then I'm just going to do 2 holes probably with my drill, and then I'll use my jigsaw and I'll just cut that out. So I'll come back when that. So now the holes are marked. What I basically did is I measured 3 inches in here, 3 inches in there, so that makes it 6 inches. I marked straight up, and I put a little tick mark right here on the top. So when I laid my pattern, my pattern has a line that goes straight up. I lined it right up with my tick mark at the top and over there, and then when it lined up, I just used my marker and I marked it around. So the handle is down about 1 inch. It's about 1 inch thick or 1 inch wide, and then about 1.5 inches at the bottom here. So I did it for both. So now I'm going to drill a couple holes here and use my jigsaw to cut each of these out. I'll be right back. So I'll use one board at the bottom so that way I won't break out any of the bottom. I'm going to drill a little hole here and a little hole there, and that will give me a place to put the jigsaw blade. So hopefully you can see it. There's the one hole there right in the line area. So I'll put the jigsaw blade in. I can just cut. And there's the other side. So they're both done. So I gave it a quick sanding on the sides. And again, this is my handle. I could just put my hand in. Lots of room. I gave myself 6 inches. And I could just pick it up. So it's just sort of dry fitted now. So what we got to do now is I have about 13.5 inches across here. So I got to cut some more boards that are 2 feet long, and those we'll put at the bottom. So it's coming right along pretty quick here. I came across these skinny little boards. They're probably about 1/3 of an inch thick, and I believe this is probably hardwood. But the 4 of them together make about 12 inches, which will leave me a little bit of crack in between each board when I put it together. So what I'm going to do is I'll take each board and I'll cut it 2 feet long, and that'll make the bottom with probably 1/8 of an inch or so crack in between each board. So that will work good. So as this is going to be a rustic looking carrying case, this one's going to have a knot in it, but you know, I think it looks kind of cool. Okay, so again, pallet wood off of our hardwood pallet this time. So I'm going to cut these 2 feet lengths and I'll be right back. So I'm going to put some glue here if I can get it out of the container. And then what I'm going to do, I'll put glue here, 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 and here. The handle pieces will go like this. And then I'm going to take my nailer, my air nailer, and we'll put nails in it. So when I get the 4 corners on, I'll come back. So I've now put the 4 outside boards on with glue. I put in 3 nails on either side, and so now again, like I said, this gives me a spot I can lift. So what I'll do before I start putting the bottom pieces on, I'll take my square here and we'll just make sure every corner is nice and square, and then when I tack the bottom pieces on, it'll all come out to be a nice square box. So that's basically it so far. It's just a nice square or rectangle box. And let's continue on then. This is I used my 2 or 5 gallon air compressor, and this is an 18 gauge nailer that I use. Probably about 1.5 inch long nails. So this is the bottom of the box. I'm going to line it up a little bit better, but basically I'm going to take the end boards, put it right up against here and there so it's even, same as that side. Then we'll do the other one, and then the 2 in the middle. I'll figure out about how much spacing in between it, and then I'll fasten it down. So the same thing like this, the sides, I'll put glue down and then I'll use my nailer, and then that should make the basic box. I'm thinking of putting the A&J PI treasures on the side. So I tried spray painting it, but that didn't work, so I might have to use a paintbrush. So we'll see, but let's get the bottom on first. The little tray that I've got for my plants is done. I'm going to see about painting A&J PEI treasures on the front, and I'll do that later. If I end up doing it, I'll show you a picture of the thing when it's finished. It feels pretty solid. It's glued, it's nailed. The boards, like I say, are about 3/4 inch. This is about 1/3 of an inch, so it's not a light little tray, but it's very easy to pick up and hold, so I'm glad I made the whole handles. And I might give it a bit of a sanding, but like I said, I'm going to put potted plants in here, 2 rows, so that's exactly what I was looking for. So I've just taken my X-Acto knife and I went around every letter and I've cut it out, so now it says A, N, J, P, E, I Treasures. And so what I'm going to do now is I'll take this out to the box out in the garage. I'll put a bit of tape here and a bit of tape there, tape it to the side, and then we'll spray paint it. So I'll show you that when I'm doing it. So this cutting these letters out probably took me a half an hour, 3/4. So what I've done is I've taken my stencil and I've taped it down here and there. It's centered in the box. I've got some blue paint here and I'm using my paintbrush and I'm just filling in the stencil openings, so ideally when it's all done it'll spell A-N-J-P-E-I Treasure. So when I'm finished I will show you the end results and hopefully it looks good. Okay. So my tray is finished, the 2 feet by 1 foot. I ended up putting A&J-P-E-I Treasures on the front and the back. I just used my stencils and paint. It obviously has my handles that I put on. It's actually not a bad size for lifting up. It's a little heavy, but that's because it's thick wood. So now I just got to get some seeds started, and then I can put in approximately, I think, around 16 different flower pots that are 4 to 4.5 inches wide. So this should be great. So when they're up out of the ground a little bit, I could just take them outside and leave them in the sun and then bring them back in the evenings. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put your thumbs up, and tell your friends how great a job I did on this. Thank you again. Bye now.